Morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Jeff and I wanted to give you some updates for the science department as we are halfway through quarter one so that we can move through the rest of quarter one smoothly and get to experience these great opportunities. The first thing that we're going to share with you is our scope and sequence document. So you can see this has been updated with all of the links for each grade level. If I were to click here on the sequence link for grade 5, it will bring me to the sequence document. You want to make sure that you're not making copies of these documents because they are live, which means I will be updating them as we get to the points of the year where we are changing our scope and sequence. Remember that these are not updated in Atlas because this is a one-year change so that we can modify for our hands-on units in the hopes that we'll be back with students and able to use our materials again. You may use this document just as a general idea of what teachers and students should be learning and covering in their classrooms during these time frames. And then if you're back at this document and you were to click on the link here for the scope document, you'll come to the slide deck. Now the slide deck is great because this will list out for you the unit and the time frame, as well as the exact written verbiage of the standards. And then, of course, it also breaks down for you the vocabulary and the objectives that students and teachers should be doing in class. And again, what skills they would be using. So this can really help if you're doing walkthrough observations or just trying to support a teacher in what content should be covered. And again, this is our updated scope and sequence document. So that's our first update. Our second update is all about STEM Week. So STEM Week is coming up October 19th to October 23rd. If you remember last year, we had great field trips planned with students. Obviously, that is not happening this year. One of the events that Jeff and I really wanted to highlight was our Engineering a Story opportunity that we are offering to pre-K through 6th grade teachers. And what we're hoping is that teachers will attend the training on Friday, October 16th from 11 to 1. In that PD, they'll be able to get a complete lesson plan that they'll be able to use during STEM Week with their students. The story we'll be presenting is A Tale of Two Beasts. If you've never seen this, go ahead and you can click on this link. It is a great story about how you see things from two different perspectives. So it's a great learning experience as far as kindness, social empathy, cultural relevance. And what we're doing is we're highlighting the problem-solving capacity of students when we go through the Engineering a Story lesson. So they'll listen to the story, it's a read aloud. And then what they'll do is they'll come in and they'll identify problems in a story, and they'll be working collaboratively in groups. Now, they could be balancing their on-screen and off-screen time here. So once their group has identified the problem, they've got to classify their problems, all part of the scientific method. And then once they've chosen the problem they want to solve, they're going to go ahead and use this engineering design process to create prototypes of their solutions. Now, this is where you can modify it, and you could have students doing it with hands-on materials. You could have students drawing. You could have students doing this digitally. It's possible that you could have students doing this individually or in groups. And we're going to cover all of this in that training on October 16th from 11 to 1. So we really hope to see a lot of you taking part in this Engineering a Story training on Friday, October 16th, so that we can see all of these great lessons happening throughout the district during STEM Week. STEM Week is also going to be the kickoff to our webinar series. So this is really exciting. We have every Friday from October 16th to November 13th from 11 to 1, we'll have a new science PD webinar, which will cover how to use these techniques and pedagogical skills within remote learning. So look for those in TeachPoint. Also during STEM Week, you'll have this document, and this will link you out to some webinar series that are happening for students. And we have gone ahead and classified those by grade level. And these are happening after school. So these are all things that you can give to families if they're really into science and math. And these are some great webinars put on by NASA, WPI, to really get kids engaged in the scientific process during STEM Week. So this is our second update. First is the scope and sequence, and the second is that STEM Week is coming, and we are excited with the opportunities that we have to offer you. Then we have, again, our upcoming PD series. And then finally, I don't want you to forget about the Google Classrooms for the grade level curriculums. When you look into your Google Classrooms, there are a lot of great resources in there. Of course, you'll always find this PD opportunity sheet, and on that PD sheet, I'll update it through the year. So you'll see both external and internal events that are happening per grade level, opportunities for students that exist. So you want to make sure you're checking that out in your classroom. And again, this is in every grade level classroom. There'll be your curriculum support or supplement trainings that have been recorded. So Generation Genius, McGraw-Hill, Sapling, Labster, Gizmos, all those training resources are in there. You'll have the training that we put on in the first week of school. All of that training is here. A sample one-day lesson of what synchronous and asynchronous learning could look like. And then what I really want to highlight today are these resources for remote teaching. Now, these are shared, which means teachers will have the ability to add their resources they're using, so we can really build this library as a team across the district. So what you'll see when you go in here is that you have these icons, and these icons are going to highlight for you what pedagogical skill that lesson is highlighting, what niche it's trying to fill in this remote learning environment. Collaboration, dialogue, differentiation, constructing explanations, and so on. And so when you come here, each of these links out to a fully developed resource, meaning I could click on this slide deck here and I could make a copy of it and use it directly with my students. And I know here what technology it's using. So if I'm comfortable with Pear Deck and I know how to use Google Meet, then this might be a resource that I would go ahead and use. If maybe I'm looking for something that doesn't use technology, we have some great no screen, and you'll see that here. So we have at least 2 or 3 non-screen activities that you could give to students. And we've also built in our CER, our claim evidence reasoning activities here. And again, because these are fully developed, you can go ahead and make a copy. We encourage teachers to go forward and comment on these docs and put in their own resources so that, again, we can build our library together collaboratively. Below that, again, you'll find your no tech options, some more articles, some videos, content delivery, virtual field trips, and interactive investigations as well. And these are all aligning directly back to our standards and, of course, our breakdown of our frameworks. So thank you for taking this time with me this morning. I hope it was helpful. And as Jeff and I have more updates, we will send them out. Enjoy your week. And as always, if you need anything, Jeff and I are here to support you. So we'd love to come into your PLCs. We'd love to support you as an administrative group, as a coach group, as a teacher group. Just call on us and we will be able to make time for you. Thanks so much. Enjoy your day.